forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to experience a kind of a very subtle form of depression today. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe I'm a little bit depressed. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe this depression is kind of normal, that it's part of me. That apparently I have no control over this depression. It seems to happen on its own. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe that I get depressed and it has its own mind. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to exist as depression. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to allow depression to just happen. And an excuse I give is that I have no control over depression, that it happens on its own. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe that depression happens its own. I am depressed for no particular reason. But if I were to seek for a reason, I think, well, maybe I didn't sleep well enough. That's why I'm feeling a little bit kind of low and, mellow kind of a thing. This is being depressed. A subtle form of depression. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe I am depressed. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to look at things from a depressive eyes, meaning if I see something as depressed, then I believe, well, everything else, because I am depressed, I think everything else is depressed. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to give in to depression. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to be physically depressed. Now, what does that mean? It means I am I let my whole body kind of slow down. And if you ask me why, I will say, well, I'm kind of depressed. So if I'm depressed, I let my whole body slow down and kind of sleepy yet awake. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe that depression has its own mind and I am subject to this so-called depression that takes over me once in a while. Especially if I didn't sleep for X number of hours. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe that depression has taken over me and I am depressed. Not realizing the moment I make the statement I am depressed, and that very moment, of course, depression manifests. Because I script myself to be depressed. I forgive myself that my own depression. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allow myself to script my own physical depression. And then blame other people for the depression that I feel. Or blame everything else. Blame the weather, blame the sun, blame the heater, blame the food, blame the people around me, blame everyone and everything for the depression that I am feeling within myself. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to blame everyone and everything for the depression that I feel within myself. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to desire to be a very cheerful person. That is the opposite polarity of depression. When I am depressed, I immediately notice it because I want to be on the other opposite polarity. I want to be the happy, exciting, cheerful, energetic, lively person that everyone likes and loves. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allowed myself to desire to be a lively, energetic, high energy, outgoing and lovely person. This is the self-image I want to be and become. So everyone will like me, everyone will love me. I'll be such a likable person. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to desire to be such a likable person, which is the opposite of depression. This is why I get a little cranky when I'm depressed, because I feel like, oh, now nobody will like me. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to believe that if I'm depressed for whatever reason, that is a horrible thing to be, because I'm supposed to be lively and energetic and cheerful and outgoing, and so that others will love me, others will like me. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to feel insecure whenever I feel little depressed or little down, because then I feel like I'm not very likable right now. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe that I am a little cranky / depressed. And apparently I have no way to eject myself out of this state of mind. It's also kind of a moodiness. And this kind of an emotional pattern is very familiar to me. I'm most of the time I'm in one of these moods. Either I'm moody or kind of a slightly depressed or a little cranky, very irritated, easily irritable. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe that I am a very irritating person. I am a very irritable person. This reminds me of my dad, who is same emotional signature. He always looked a little bit pissed off, a little bit cranked. He looks like he's about to get angry about something. And of course, he never looked cheerful or happy or anything. Kind of a down, depressed, always ready to be angry. So I have that emotional signature. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allow myself to believe that my emotional signature must match to my dad. I have to be just like my dad. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to be just like my dad emotionally, and how the emotional patterns, all those mind states. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allow myself to be in a state of irritation, and believe that this state has its own mind and I have no way to eject myself out of this. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allow myself to believe I am a little cranked up and cranky right now. And apparently I don't know how this emotional state came to be, and I have no way to eject myself out of this. But I could just breathe and just be here. Do not engage in any thoughts, because as you think, this emotional state will compound. It will take me to the next level of depression, or next level of crankiness, or next level of irritability. I get more and more irritated. And then of course an anger will be or I have an outburst, an energetic consequential outburst, or whatever you call it. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe that I am in a state that I have no way to get out of this state. I am like depressed right now, and that's it. I cannot come out of this. It has to go on its own. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to blame on everyone and everything for the crankiness that I feel, for the irritation that I feel, an energetic irritation, mental irritation and emotional irritation. I feel irritated, and I feel like there's nothing I can do to stop this. And the more I think about it, worse it gets. So I breathe. See, breath is the window, breath is the moment, the gate out of every storm, out of every situation. So I simply breathe and be here. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allow myself to believe that my crankiness right now has no way to stop it. It has to die on its own. How did I become such a cranky person? I mean, I see other humans in this world. They look so happy all the time. Happy, cheerful, lively, energetic. Like my brother, for example. Such a cheerful person. Always in a good cheer. Smiling, communicating, And if you look at me, I'm like someone who is heavy. I have a heaviness to me. An emotional heaviness. Always irritated, cranked up. And in this emotional state, very easy to spark an outflow or outburst. Very easy for me to explode in anger. And if my people around me say something wrong or a word that I misunderstood, that's it. There'll be a big war. I forgive myself that accept allow myself to believe that this is the way I am designed. This is my signature. Obviously, I copied this my father. He is just like me, always kind of heavy looking, heavy, depressed looking and cranked up, irritated. And he's very easy to start a fight, very easy to burst out. So for me, self-forgiveness is the way. I forgive myself and see what happens. This can go on. This emotional state cannot rule me. At one point it has to stop. So is it going to stop by itself or I am going to stop it? That's the question. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to believe this depression that I am feeling is normal. It's genetic. This is how I am designed. So because it's genetically passed down to me, I have no way to stop it. Well, so I believe. Self-forgiveness is so powerful, it can even change the genetic code. Such is the power of living words. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe that depression is my normal mode of. That's my normal way. That's my normal signature. I am someone who is kind of a depressed by nature. So I believe. I forgive myself that I accept and allow myself to believe it is my personality or my outlook to be depressed by nature. This is like, it's like eating poison and telling, well, that's my life, this is how I am, this is my pattern, this is my signature, this is my genetic code, this is what I got from my dad, down his genes. So in all this I am basically justifying the depression or the crankiness or the irritation that I feel. I am justifying it as normal and there is nothing I can do about it. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe that my emotional makeup is fixed, that this is how I am, this is my emotional nature, there is nothing I can do about it. So if I believe such bullshit, they will continue to be. If I believe that I am a depressed person, this is how I am, this is how I have been for last 41 years. So this is how it's going to be for me. And this is how my dad was, and so I am going to be just like him. So if I believe such nonsense, it will be so. So I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to carry a belief system within me that says my emotional nature is of depressive nature or heavy nature. I always have that pouting face and not so cheerful. This is my signature. This is how I am. And there's a new age term called pain body that I learned from Mr. Eckhart Tolle. Pain body generally refers to the idea that someone who's carrying heavy emotions, let's look emotional, heavy. Anger is one side of pain body. Depression is another side of pain body. It's a general pain of the person manifesting as emotions, feelings, and of course our thoughts as well. So the terminology pain body means someone with pain, pain, the body of pain. So it's a general accepted idea that me is someone with a heavy pain body, or I have a very visible pain body. I give the impression of someone who is kind of heavy, emotionally heavy, irritated, someone who is irritated, cranked up. In my conversation with other humans, I have observed this, that they see me as someone who is irritated, hard to approach, unpredictable. I forgive myself and allow myself to give out the impression that I am a heavy pain body. I forgive myself and allow myself to believe that I am a carrier of heavy emotions, that I am a load full of emotions, bus full of emotions. I am heavy with emotions. I forgive myself and allow myself to exist and be as a heavy pain body, as a heavy emotional body. That means I have to breathe that much. The more I breathe, the emotion will dissipate. Excuse me. I forgive myself that I allow myself to believe my depression is part of my genetic code. This is something I inherited from my dad. Whereas my mother is a very cheerful woman. Everybody likes her. She has this cheerful, very likable energy. You can just talk to her on the phone, you feel cheered up. Whereas you talk to my dad on the phone, after 1 minute you also start to feel depressed. So I forgive myself that I allow myself to believe that my dad is a very depressed person. I forgive myself and allow myself to judge him as a very depressed and a person of heavy emotions. Someone is as if he is carrying a heavy load on his head, that he has not even a moment of self-awareness. I forgive myself and allow myself to believe that I am just like my dad, just an emotional copy of him. I have become and I have been like him all along. That's why I cannot stand him. When I am with him, there's a strange discomfort. Put it another way, that I have the same pain body just like my dad. Well, all this come down to not being the breath. The breath is the escape from all this nonsense, You breathe, you are here. You are completely present here as the breath. You are present to yourself and present to other beings in this world. Whereas my dad, if you watch him, he's only present to his emotions. He's just aware, he's stuck in the emotion. Just keep thinking and feeling and thinking. If you ask him a question, he cannot really even answer you. Like he's gone. Or he will start talking and talking non-stop. He doesn't even know that other people are not listening to him anymore. The conversation soon turn into a monologue. Because he's just like a radio, on and on. Because the emotion is talking, verbal diarrhea. The pain, the emotion, the heaviness of emotion is talking, whereas he is not there. And I have this pattern within me for sure. So I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe that my emotions, my feelings are so strong and so heavy that they are almost like part of my genetic code. They are part of my DNA, and there's nothing I can do about it. That's the DNA means depression, nastiness and anger. That's what my DNA means. That's what I have inherited. I have inherited depression, I have inherited nastiness, and I have inherited anger. All three from my dad. So in this way I am passing responsibility. Basically what I am saying is that I have no control over my anger, no control over my depression, no control over my nastiness. This is who I am. Sorry to tell you, this is who I am. I forgive myself that I have accepted myself to believe that my depression and nasty behavior, nasty approach to communication and my anger are part of my DNA, part of my genetic makeup. There's nothing I can do about it. I forgive myself that I accept myself to believe that I am genetically depressed. From the genes, it has been passed down to me. I forgive myself, accept myself to believe my genetic code or my DNA as a fixed source of who I am. There's no way I can change it. This is what my belief system is. Not realizing with self-forgiveness, I can even recode the DNA. I forgive myself that I accept myself to accept depression as natural to me. I forgive myself that I accept myself to believe I am cranked up. And this so-called crankiness is a genetic thing. I have been given this genetically. I have no way to stop it. And same with anger. I forgive myself that I accept myself to believe anger is something genetically passed down to me. It's in my DNA. And there's nothing I can do about it. I forgive myself, accept myself to believe who I am is decided already. The nature of me, the nature of my emotional patterns, this is all decided for me. I am already pre-programmed and there's nothing I can do about it. I forgive myself, accept myself to not realize who I am is up to me. What I accept and allow within myself this very moment, this very breath decides my future. I decide my future. I decide my emotional makeup. Because in this breath I can breathe. And in that I can eject out of my heavy emotions that I am feeling right now. Yes, it's very hard, very difficult. It's easy to just lie down and think about problems, or get angry and start a fight. It's easy to do that. Or blame someone. Or fault finding. Oh yeah, that's a very good one. Constantly look for something wrong. I forgive myself that I accept myself to constantly find fault in others. I forgive myself that I accept myself to constantly blame others. Because I believe other people gave the depression to me. I am depressed because of other people. or blame my dad. I often blame my dad for my depression because, I say, well, I got it from him. Therefore, I cannot do anything. So I blame him for everything. I forgive myself and accept allow myself to resist the presence of my dad and hate him actually. I forgive myself and accept allow myself to say that I cannot stand my dad. Well, the reason is he and I have this very similar, almost identical emotional makeup. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to dislike my father and resist the presence of my father because he and I have very similar emotional makeup. I forgive myself that I have accepted allow myself to believe my emotional nature, my depressive nature, my cranky nature, my irritability, my anger, all these things are genetically passed down to me. They are part of my DNA. They are part of my bodily cells. There is nothing I can do. Not realizing through self-forgiveness I can set myself free from this. I can self-change, I can self-script to live as breath here. I am not bounded by my genes or my genetics or by my DNA. Yeah, for sure I cannot change the color of my hair nor the color of my skin through self-forgiveness, but I can certainly remove the depression, the nastiness, the anger that are part of me, the irritation that I feel often, the so-called crankiness that I feel often. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to believe that I am a natural born cranky person. From the day I was born, I have been cranky. And there is nothing I can do about it. Because it was given to me by my parents through genes and genetics and through DNA. I forgive myself that I accept allow myself to accept the way things are. Not realizing I can change myself. I can change me through self-forgiveness and self-correction. Through living as breath, I can change me. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to believe that my anger, my irritation, my crankiness, my depression, all this that which I feel most of my days, they have power over me and they come on their own. I have no power over them. I cannot stop them. I find it so hard to stop my depression, to stop my crankiness, to stop my anger. This is something I have believed, that I have accepted as normal. I forgive myself that I have accepted myself to believe that I am limited. I am limited to and limited by the thoughts, emotions and feelings of my mind. I forgive myself, accept myself, not realize I have allowed myself to limit myself to the emotions of my mind. I forgive myself that I have accepted myself to limit myself to the fluctuating emotions of my mind. The mind rises and falls because it's energy. Mind is like water, like energy. It's moving all the time. And with that I go up or I go down. But the breath is here, constant, steady. So if I want to live steadily, I simply have to live as breath. Just breathe. Even when the emotions are at a storm, the only thing stable about me is the breathing. The breath is stable. It does not rise or fall. But the mind rises and falls. I forgive myself that I allow myself to rise and fall with my mind. I forgive myself that I allow myself to permit myself to rise and fall with my mind. I forgive myself that I allow myself to rise and fall with the energy of my mind. My mind goes up, then I go up. My mind goes down, then I go down. And then say, blame it on DNA or blame it on the genes. I forgive myself that I've accepted and allowed myself to blame everything and everyone for the emotion that I feel inside my mind. Instead of stopping the emotion within me, instead of stopping the thoughts, emotions and feelings within me, I blame everybody else, including my genes and genetics and DNA. I forgive myself that I allow myself to believe that I was a depressive child. From childhood I have been depressed. I forgive myself, allow myself to believe from the day I can remember I have been a depressive person. That I have been emotional, angry, irritated and a depressed person from the day I can remember. I forgive myself, allow myself to curse myself by believing that I have been a depressive human being from day one of my life. I forgive myself that I allow myself to live and exist as a depressive person. Even when I am not depressed, I kind of look ways to return to depression. Because it is such a familiar personality or a makeup that I have been wearing all my life. I forgive myself that I have accepted and allow myself to exist and live as a depressive person. I forgive myself, allow myself to accept my depression as normal, as genetically passed down. And there is nothing I can do about it. I forgive myself that allow myself to submit to my crankiness and depression so blindly. Just simply submit and allow the depression to continue. Accept the depression as what is and there is nothing I can do. I forgive myself that I allow myself to blame everyone for the depression or the crankiness or the anger that I feel. So this basically comes down to not taking self-responsibility. I mean, all these emotions and feelings, they have been there for years and years and years. They still have momentum. They still have their pattern strongly ingrained in me. So they will come, there is no question, they will come time and again. But the only difference is now I have awareness of breath. So in this I can stop myself. So continuing further, the corrective application for myself is to breathe. And just breathe, and just breathe. And be here as breath. And don't give in to the ideas, emotions and feelings, or even to belief system and believe that I am depressed by nature. There is nothing I can do. If I carry such belief system, it will be so. I delete the depression within me. I delete the crankiness within me. I delete the anger within me. I stop the depression within me. I stop the crankiness within me. I stop feeling angry and anger. I stopped the belief systems within me. I stopped believing that I am a depressed person. I stopped believing that I am an angry person. I stopped believing that I am a cranked up person. And this is not who I am. I am here as breath. Thank you. Please join us at www.destiny.co.in. Obviously, lots more self-forgiveness to come to you. So please join us. Thank you. Bye.